Coming up, we'll look into how Republicans are breaking rank in light of the new Epstein emails being released.
Then we'll see how the end of the government shutdown is still affecting communities and airlines.
And finally, we'll highlight the recognition of our veterans out in West Point.
Your Take 30 News starts right now.
Welcome back. Welcome back to your Take 30 News, Bulldogs. I'm Taylor Howard.
And I'm Grace Harvey. The House Republicans are breaking ranks with Donald Trump in a push to release the Jeffrey Epstein files. Arizona Democrat Adelita Grijalva was sworn in Wednesday, providing the final signature on a discharge position that will force a House vote as soon as early December. Every Democrat and 4 Republicans, including Thomas Massie, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Nancy Mace, and Lauren Boebert, all signed, and others say they're ready to join them and release all unclassified Epstein records. The Trump White House has lobbied against the effort, pressuring some Republicans to back off, so far without success. The move comes as new emails from Epstein's estate raise questions about what Trump knew. All allegations he continues to deny.
Don't worry about it. Cut.
The longest shutdown in U.S. history is over after President Donald Trump signed a funding bill to reopen the government Wednesday night. It follows a 43-day standoff in Congress over the country's spending priorities. But even as the government reopens, things won't be returning to normal so quickly.
The U.S. government is finally back open, but the fallout continues.
It costs about $15 billion a week, and it accumulates to maybe 1.5% of GDP.
While there's relief for travelers,
I am happy that it'll get back to some kind of normalcy.
Flight delays and cancellations are expected to linger as air traffic control facilities staff back up. Thursday, nearly 1,000 flights were canceled due to those staffing issues, FAA mandated cuts to keep the airspace safe, and unrelated reasons. It remains unclear when regular operations will resume.
It's going to take a long time. The problem is that the cascading effect that has occurred during the government shutdown is going to just kind of build on top of itself.
Across federal agencies, the hundreds of thousands of furloughed workers will have to address a more than 6-week backlog of work, from food safety inspections to NASA operations to tax refunds. Federal workers say it takes time to get things back up and running. And the battle on Capitol Hill still isn't over. There are no guarantees Congress will extend the health care subsidies set to expire at the end of the year, something demanded by Democrats as Affordable Care Act enrollees brace for premium increases.
It went from $400 that we're paying right now to $1,975 for the same policy.
The legislation also only funds most of the government through January, which means in less than 3 months, the government could close its doors again. In Atlanta, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
In the coming weeks, lawmakers will have to hammer out a long-term spending deal to avoid another shutdown. In the meantime, federal workers say it could take months to fully recover from this one.
The U.S. Supreme Court turned down a chance to overturn its precedent that recognizes a constitutional right to same-sex marriage. This decision threw out an appeal that had upset LGBTQ supporters who feared that the High Court might revisit the decade-old ruling and potentially change it. The appeal denied by Justice was from Kim Davis, former Kentucky County Clerk, who refused to issue marriage licenses after the 2015 ruling. She is facing hundreds of thousands of dollars in legal fees and damages for not issuing those licenses. The court didn't explain the reasoning behind its decision.
The passenger who died aboard a Carnival cruise ship has been identified as 18-year-old Anna Keown.
That's good right there.
Her family says the straight-A student from Titusville, Florida, was happy, bubbly, and had a bright future ahead. Anna was traveling on the Carnival Horizon from Miami to the Caribbean when she died on Saturday. The ship returned to Miami that day, where the FBI has now opened an investigation into her death. Her family says she loved the water, held a boater's license and scuba certification, and was an athlete, cheerleader, and active volunteer in her community. They say she had just passed a test to join the military and want her to be remembered for her generosity, energy, and smile. It's time now for your first look at weather with Campus Connect meteorologist Madison Parker.
Hi, yeah, Taylor. Right now across northeast Mississippi, our temperatures are in the 70s. This is due to a high pressure system sitting off to our east. And these temperatures around 73 here in Starkville, 73 Pontotoc, 77 Eupora. So those warm temperatures are going to remain with some quiet conditions here in Starkville. Now, a lot of that will change as we head into next week, and a lot more on that coming up after the break. Now, back to you, Taylor.
Bridgeway Church is teaming up with local groups to tackle food insecurity in Oktibbeha County. Before partnering with Starkville Strong 2 years ago, the church ran a small food pantry serving about 30 families every few weeks. An influx of need forced them to close the pantry and redirect their efforts through Starkville Strong. That partnership helped inspire Tuesday night's Stand in the Gap community meeting, where more than 60 representatives from 27 churches and schools, as well as organizations and nonprofits gathered. Their goal, form a new coalition and stronger lines of communication to better address hunger and homelessness across the country. West Point is honoring veterans on their special day.
We'll have more on this story after the break.
Can be a tough way to make a living. Weather, pricing pressures, and unpredictable swings in demand can take a toll, not only on farmers' finances, but on their mental health, as well as that of family members and farm workers. That's why Mississippi State University is spearheading a program to train extension agents to detect the signs of depression, substance abuse, and other stress-related challenges. Everyone has a bad day.
We're on 30 seconds.
But this holistic view of a farmer's circumstances enables MSU representatives to recognize the difference between routine struggles.
Can you tell Grace to watch out for her shoulder because it's visible on camera
conversation, but the sooner it gets started, the sooner farmers can get help to better manage stress and continue the important work of growing the products our world needs. Caring for farms and farmers. Mississippi State University.
West Point held its annual Veterans Day program, and this year 4 local veterans were celebrated for their service. We went to West Point this week to see the men recognized for their service. Full room at City Hall, all here to celebrate 4 local veterans.
Military forms a lifestyle or leadership that you won't find anywhere else.
Jones served 29 years in the Army, and he says moments like this matter most.
This has nothing to do with whether or not you got shot at. You gave part of your life for your country.
For him, it's about the people he stands beside.
3 of the recognized people here. 2 of them were classmates, and the other one was just a year ahead of me. And I've known him, growing up all my life.
People across the country and right here in West Point are honoring and thanking the men and women who serve our country every day in uniform.
Be humble about our country and what we've attained, but always appreciative of those that have gone before you to keep our country for what it is today.
Sergeant Sugg enlisted in the Army back in the early 70s, and this week he was honored for his service.
And just to be a small part of that in this service and be recognized for that.
15 seconds. Tell Taylor to get ready.
I'm very appreciative.
4 veterans recognized in a community that didn't miss the chance to say thank you. West Point City Hall leaders say they plan to keep growing this event for years to come. Human trafficking impacts millions worldwide, and college students aren't immune. One Mississippi State organization is working to raise awareness and support survivors even when resources are limited. Our Aaron Lampley shows us how No Longer Bound is continuing its mission on campus.
The United Nations International Labor Organization reports human traffickers victimize an estimated 27.6 million people worldwide each year.
And we help just try and help spread word on college campuses about how to better protect yourself from human trafficking.
That's where groups like No Longer Bound step in.
B10
the
is a new
Anti-Human
camera
Trafficking
too, yes.
organization makes it their mission.
We will be
to help
coming
those
back on
in the
camera
local
1
community
and then
by
cutting to
spreading
camera
awareness
2.
through various means, such as their annual packing party, where members pack goodie bags filled with supplies for local residents and missing piece ministries.
We usually do it every semester. Every semester that I've been in No Longer Bound, we've done it.
This year, No Longer Bound didn't have the same funding to make goodie bags like they had in previous years, but exec members didn't let that stop them.
With a few markers and a couple pieces of paper, these students were still determined to make an impact.
Usually we have like little goodies to give them, like in little goodie bags, but our raffle didn't quite make it to the point we needed it to this year. So just by still writing the letters to them, I know that it still makes a big impact on their day and their well-being.
The organization hopes to grow its resources in the future, but for now, they're focusing on what they can do. Show appreciation, spread hope, and stay connected to their community.
20
I
seconds.
still think people just kind of spreading the word on what needs to be done is still an awesome way to give back to these people and helping to protect the people around them.
For Take 30 News, I'm Aaron Lampley.
No Longer Bound urges those who want to donate to visit the Missing Piece Ministry website. Main Street Columbus receives a $20,000 grant for the fossil park.
Kristina Baca is here in the studio with us to give us the details. Kristina?
Main Street Columbus is getting a major boost to highlight one of the city's most unique attractions. A new $20,000 grant will fund improvements to the Cretaceous Fossil Park and bring more science-based activities downtown. The new grant comes from Main Street America. Columbus is only one of a handful of communities nationwide selected to receive this funding aimed at bringing local science to the forefront. The city's grant writer says the excitement around the project goes beyond tourism.
We come back on camera
It's
3.
already inspiring young people.
Seeing his excitement really got me excited about the potential
Can you guys
of
check whether or
getting
not
children
Kristina's mic is
interested
on?
in not just the fossil park and paleontology, but in science.
Hello?
You know, the different kinds of
It is.
sciences.
I'm standing right here in
Is it
downtown
muted?
Columbus, where soon science could turn into a community exhibit. City leaders say in the next few years you could start seeing dinosaur fossils and more science exhibits come right here to downtown.
We're terribly excited, you know, any time that we can draw tourists into our community is a great thing for downtown and for our whole community.
And as plans develop for new science exhibits, dinosaur sculptures, and future events, Parks and Recreation leaders say this project isn't about just looking back in time. It's about preserving something meaningful for the future.
What we're doing is taking the first step
Okay.
to where we're preserving something
Should
that's
be
going to
okay.
be, that's going to probably outlive, it's going to outlive all of us.
City leaders hope the project will draw families,
15
students,
seconds.
science-minded
Kristina, get
visitors,
ready.
and anyone curious about what lies beneath Columbus. Reporting in Columbus for Take 30 News, I'm Kristina Baca. Main Street Columbus plans to release more details as the project moves forward.
Coming up, Madison Parker will give you the full weather forecast. It's definitely heating up. It was cooler last week. We're looking forward to hearing it.
Stay with us.
Hey, so is she started at the desk?
She is
Discovery.
indeed starting. Wait.
It
yes,
tells
at
our
the desk.
history
She is
and
starting at the
determines
desk.
our future. At Mississippi State University, we're digging deep,
Yeah, you're starting at the desk.
unlocking
And
an
then you're gonna just
understanding of our past, validating it.
Can you tell Madison to
Middle
step
East
closer to Taylor?
exploration by
Madison,
faculty
step
and
closer.
students is uncovering
closer
evidence
to
that
Taylor.
unravels ancient
Closer.
mysteries.
Closer.
Scholars
That's
have
good.
long thought of the biblical kings
Tell
David
camera
and
one to zoom
Solomon
out a little
as
bit.
mythological
Camera one, zoom
figures.
out a little bit.
Our
More?
research offers
More?
evidence that supports their existence,
More?
boosting MSU into an
There's- that's good.
international
Okay, right there.
league of experts on archaeology. Now we're changing the way people think about the past, opening up new possibilities of understanding for future generations.
Time cues? Yeah,
Digging
we'll give you
deeper,
time cues.
learning more.
Probably 2 minutes, 1 minute, 30 seconds, and 15.
As concern grows over the declining health of the world's oceans, veterinary students at Mississippi State are learning how to rescue and rehabilitate vulnerable marine animals. Through a unique partnership between the College of Veterinary Medicine and the Institute of Marine
45 seconds
Mammal
till
Studies in
commercial's
Gulfport, Mississippi, students are experiencing the
45
chance of a lifetime. Real-time research of this fragile ecosystem prepares students for a future in providing care for sick and stranded dolphins, turtles, sea lions, and other marine species. At the same time, MSU's advanced diagnostic technology is helping innovate for solutions while improving treatment
15
and
seconds
outcomes.
left.
15 seconds.
Not only are the waters of the Gulf Coast opening new worlds of discovery for Mississippi State veterinary students, they are much safer now, thanks to this game-changing partnership that's improving life for literally hundreds of aquatic animals.
Whether you're heading to class tonight or just going out, you'll want to know what's coming up.
Madison is here to give us that full forecast. Madison, I hear it's a little bit dry and hot. Tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so right now we have dry conditions in the area with some warmer temperatures, but that is due to a high pressure system off to our south. As you can see behind me over here, as this orange color is water vapor. That is dry air in the southern area, and due to this high pressure system off to our east. Bringing in these warm and dry conditions across northeast Mississippi. Over here in Starkville, look at that beautiful sky. The sun is finally starting to set in Starkville, and that temperature is sitting around 73 degrees. Our dew point is 57. Like I said, we are dry across northeast Mississippi with our current temperatures across most of northeast Mississippi in the 70s. Look at that, 73 Pontotoc, 79 Coffeyville. But as we head into tonight, those temperatures will slowly start to cool off to around 50 here, or 54 here in Starkville, 53 Fulton, 53 Pontotoc. So lower 50s across the board. Now that warming trend will continue as we head into tomorrow, because those temperatures will start to warm up to around the 70s here in Starkville. Our high tomorrow is 79 degrees here in Starkville, as well as 78 in Tupelo, 78 Calhoun City. So those upper 70s across the board. Now, tomorrow we have a big basketball game against Southeastern Louisiana at 2 o'clock. Look at that. The sun is shining tomorrow afternoon with a temperature around 77 degrees. But look at that. As we head into the evening, those temperatures will start to cool off to around 67 degrees around 6 o'clock. Now, Sunday, those temperatures will warm back up once again to around 78 on Sunday with those beautiful and warm conditions continuing. Now, look at that. We have winds around 5 to 10 miles an hour with 20 miles per hour wind gusts on Sunday. So we'll be breezy and gusty on Sunday. Now those rain chances enter back into our forecast over the next week. Look at that. Tuesday, Wednesday, 20% chance of rain will remain scattered and isolated. And then Thursday, our rain chances will increase to around 50%. Now, pay attention on Thursday because those temperatures could be rain will be strong to severe thunderstorms on Thursday, but more on that later. As Friday, 20%. Our temperatures over the rest of November will remain warm and above average. Now, 7-day forecast remains warm and beautiful as we move into next week.
And cut.
Coming up, we'll look at Mississippi State's football game against UGA and the women's basketball team's early success.
Mississippi State University, student-led teams are taking one of the country's biggest health issues to heart. Out to unravel one of science's unsolved mysteries, researchers in MSU's Department of Agriculture and Biological Engineering are asking why and when healthy cells in human arteries can begin changing into bone-like structures that hamper blood flow.
Zoom out a little bit.
This calcification contributes to strokes and heart attacks,
That's good,
two
good,
leading
good.
causes
Stop.
of death in Mississippi. As part of their groundbreaking research, students are designing a 3D model that allows them to understand how arteries act within the body and what changes them. By recreating what is happening at the cellular level, researchers are pursuing ways to stop and reverse the process of calcification. Testing treatments could lead to new solutions, helping reduce the number of people struggling with the effects of poor heart health, and ultimately saving lives. Mississippi State University, getting to the heart of better health for Mississippians. The sense of place. We all have it. Often grown from deep roots in small-town communities. At Mississippi State University, our Carl Small Town Center is strengthening these ties. With nearly 40 years of making a difference, we're revitalizing communities into welcoming places to work, live, and congregate. By weaving together the best pieces of our past with modern technology and amenities, we're creating the hometowns of the future. Places where lifetime memories can be made, where you have all the things you need, along with all the things you want.
15 seconds.
Through partnerships with our communities, we're identifying improvement opportunities, recommending paths
7,
forward,
6,
and creating the plans for a better tomorrow.
3, 2.
Welcome back to Take 30 Sports. I'm Jake Holcomb. The number 5 ranked Georgia Bulldogs rolled into Davis Wade Stadium last week for a matchup that garnered national attention. Mississippi State started hot. That's Camario Taylor into the end zone after a long drive led by Chapin. Then a UGA fumble inside their own 5-yard line gives MSU the ball back. Chapin on the carry and fumbles himself on the ensuing drive. That is where State's fun ended. A huge catch by Williams here sets up an easy touchdown for Chauncey Bowens, and UGA is up by 3. Then a short pass to Oscar Delp makes it a 13-point game, and this one started to get ugly. As you see the students channeling that OSU energy, looking for a rally. Camario Taylor in the game looking to provide that rally and finds the end zone here for his second touchdown of the day.
20 seconds.
Then Taylor again hit as he throws on a beautiful deep ball to Thompson, sets up a third rushing touchdown for him. Coach Levy was frank during his post-game presser.
We picked a bad time not to be at our best against a really, really good football team. And that, again, incredibly frustrating because dang sure thankful and appreciative of our energy and our support that showed up today.
Go back to
Mississippi State sees action again tomorrow night as they travel to Columbia, Missouri to face the Mizzou Tigers. Mississippi State's men's basketball team traveled to the Midwest earlier this week as they faced the 16th ranked Iowa State Cyclones. The Bulldogs kept things competitive for much of the first half, but the Cyclones pulled away to a 96-80 victory. Here's what Coach Chris Jans had to say after the loss.
You know, with proximity to their campus, etc., I knew it was going to be a challenging environment, but I wanted our guys to be in it.
Mississippi State takes the court again tomorrow against Southeastern Louisiana in the Hump. The women's team also faced action this week as they beat Mississippi Valley State in a 107-43 rout Sunday before facing Jackson State in an 82-55 win yesterday. Nigerian standout Favor Wadozie has 3 double-doubles on the season, and the Dogs are 4-0. And finally, NCAA soccer tournament action is returning to Starkville tomorrow night. This will be the 4th season in a row that MSU has hosted a tournament game, and the first under new head coach Nick Zimmerman. Allie Perry and the squad take the pitch at 5 p.m. Mississippi State is uniting their broadcasters with MAB Day, a full-day event for students to talk to employers. We'll have more after the break.
When it comes to making the world a better place, it's all in the numbers at Mississippi State University. Our big data science researchers are creating astonishing new algorithms to model human behavior and consumer activity to identify anomalous purchasing patterns.
Grace's shoulder out of camera
Interpreting
1.
the data creates heat maps that can signal fraudulent activity and even predict likely cybercrime locations and perpetrators. And as the only academic institution to team with a state-level DHS agency in the study of transactional data of the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, MSU is helping prevent misuse while ensuring that benefits are being used as intended.
Tell Taylor to be ready.
These successes are opening doors for similar research partnerships with banking, insurance, credit card, and other data-intensive industries, leading to consumer confidence in online and other transactions. Making numbers count. Mississippi State University.
The Department of Communication, Media, and Theater is sponsoring a trip to Mississippi Association of Broadcasters in Raymond, Mississippi for MAB Day on November 19th. The annual event connects students with TV and radio professionals from across the state, giving them a chance to talk jobs and internships and get feedback on real resumes and learn what news directors and managers are looking for. Students from all concentrations are invited to network, ask questions, and start building relationships that could lead to their first job in broadcasting.
The Indigenous Students and Allies Association is celebrating Indigenous culture today on the drill field. From cultural food, jewelry, to Indigenous games and art, the community comes together to highlight just how important Indigenous heritage is. There's cotton candy and various different cultural foods that are special to the indigenous culture. And it's all free.
Yes, good.
Today's event
ready,
serves
camera
as a
one.
reminder that indigenous heritage isn't just history, it's a living,
Ready, camera
thriving
one.
part
Yes.
of campus life.
They look good. And they have 2
Before
minutes.
we head out this evening, let's take one last look at your weather forecast. Madison?
Yeah, so we're going to remain dry and clear this weekend, but as we head into next week, those rain chances will enter back into our forecast. As for Tuesday and Wednesday, those rain chances will be around 20%, and that Thursday, rain chances around 50% on Thursday, with some possible strong to severe thunderstorms on Thursday, and that rain will continue into the weekend of next week. So yeah, those temperatures are going to remain warm with temperatures around the 70s as our high, and the lows will be in the 50s.
Wow, that's crazy with it literally being November.
I mean, it changed so quickly.
It did.
Tell Madison to switch to the Skycam.
On Tuesday right there.
I'm just not looking forward to it. I want some Thanksgiving weather.
Right? It's going to be muggy in the middle of November.
It's not a great day to decorate your tree.
It's not. I mean, I already put my sweaters out. Like, I thought I was like done with the summer clothes, but I guess I'm not. All right, Jake, what can we expect from all the sports coming up?
Well, we got a lot of games coming up this weekend. We're going to Columbia, Missouri. You know, an interesting battle there. This is probably our best chance to make a bowl game in football. And then aside from that, we have basketball games coming up. And of course, as I said a couple minutes ago, that big soccer tournament game against Lipscomb.
Okay, well, I can't wait to see how everything ends up going with that, and I'm loving that it's finally basketball season, and you know, we got the Egg Bowl around Thanksgiving weekend.
I'm looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, me too.
Do you know how the weather's looking for the Egg Bowl?
Right now, it may be some rain during that morning, but we're not really sure on the time frame yet on Egg Bowl Day.
Tell them to wrap it up, wrap it up.
Hoping for no rain,
Please
honestly.
Well, thank you guys so much for tuning in today.
Thanks for joining us.